It was kind of like my body didn't perceive any more limits in space, in movement. Another important thing is that it helped me to stop smoking. I was a really compulsive smoker. When I buy food, I look its origin, how it's made, etc. Before that, at most, I would watch the price. My name is Francesco. I'm a holistic mentor. I mostly deal with personal growth. It was during COVID time. I had just closed a 10 plus year relationship.
Oltre 10 anni di convivenza ed era un periodo un po' di
So I was a bit
ricerca, era la ricerca.
on the inner search.
Avevo
I'd
letto
read
dei
some
libri,
books. Some of the books
parlava
said
di
Hatha Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Hatha Yoga.
Hatha
So I
Yoga.
finally started Googling Hatha
Cercando
Yoga,
Hatha
doing some
Yoga, ho
research.
iniziato online, Hatha Yoga,
Finally, I
Yoga,
found a
Yoga.
contact
A un certo punto ho
in
trovato
Genova.
un
It's a
contatto
town in Italy.
in
I
Genova.
called this
Provo a
person.
chiamare.
That's how I
E così io
took my
sono
first
entrato
step
nel mondo
in the world of
di
Isha.
Isha e piano piano mi sono avvicinato.
I did
Feci
engineering,
e
and boom,
boom.
it was an explosion.
Esplosione.
It changed
Cambiato
so
tante
many things
cose,
for me.
diciamo che è stata una grande
It was
chiave di
really
volta a livello personale, a
turning
livello
point in my
di
life.
vita. Il mio corpo
I have to take care. It made me realize I have to take care of this temple, my body.
E questo insomma è un po'
And then it slowly
portato a
went to inner engineering. I didn't really have any hesitations or doubts because I was in a moment of great opening because I was seeking. I found what I was looking for. At that time, I was still working in a company as an employee, and everybody was a bit shell-shocked seeing me, because usually they see a Francesco who's always anxious, he is rushy, he is always edgy and nervous. Within a couple of months, there was a complete switch. A calm Francesco who is listening to others, who is not hyperactive, who is very centered and relaxed. The way I dealt with people was very different. Even when there were important conflicts at work, it kind of faded into the background. It's not that I ignored it, but simply I perceived it differently. And this changed slowly the relationship I had with others, also outside of work. I could even say the people I had the most conflict with are actually the people who I ended up spending most of my time with. That was a big change. My perspective changed with respect to other people. Even when I look at my relationship with my body, it changed. It was a period I was feeling very bad, and then now I was feeling very good, harmonious. I could do whatever I set my mind to. I almost didn't perceive any limits in space, in my movements. A lot of emotions, hard to transmit these emotions. I find it difficult to translate them into words. From here also, my relationship with food completely changed. While doing engineering, I was living alone, and I started eating one meal a day. I wasn't eating meat anymore. I kind of went for a complete detoxification, and the difference was very marked. Like Sadhguru says, no? The compulsion of food is something that drains energy from all other areas of life, because digestion of food takes so much energy, so many hours per day. So these hours, if you're not dedicating them, and also we tend to overeat. So this makes us even more lethargic and compromises our cognitive and physical functions. From that point onwards, I kind of eat when I feel the need to eat, instead of, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack in the afternoon, snack in the morning. Now I have one main principal meal. I eat a lot of vegetables, fruits, rice. Doesn't mean I never... For example, my friends say, let's go out and have some meat. I will go. I'll still join them. But even at those moments, At those moments when I spend time with my friends and eat non-veg, I feel different. I relate differently. I give more value to the food that I eat. I'm not sure am I able to convey this properly. I don't want to become a fundamentalist. I don't eat this, I don't eat that. In fact, I feel I give more respect to food, even when I buy food. Where is it from? Before, maybe I was just looking at the price of the food, that's about it. Now I look at the quality, how it's been processed, where has it been manufactured, has it been made by a farmer or in a greenhouse. So as I said before, I'm trying to take care of this temple of mine. Another important thing is that it helped me to stop smoking, because I was smoking before. I was quite compulsive about it. All from the tension and stress that I was having in my life. So my excitement level came down. Doesn't mean I don't get excited anymore, but I'm not all the time overexcited. When I'm excited, I enjoy the excitement. I could say I had desensitized myself from my sensoriality. I would like to share an experience if I can. I don't know if it fits the context, but can I tell you? Is it okay? I'll tell you later. If you want to cut it, you can cut it. You go ahead and tell. We'll decide later. After about a year in engineering, maybe a little less, 6-7 months, it was I was with a friend. Her and I were walking on the street. At some point I noticed this smell of burnt wood. You know that specific smell of burning wood. It was really strong. At some point I saw a tree. We were walking on this street and it was a huge tree, and I just felt like hugging it. And when I hugged the tree, this smell intensified, became much stronger. It almost scrambled my senses because it was so strong. I asked my friend, "Do you smell this? Is something burning? Do we have to call the fire department?" She said, What do you mean? What kind of burnt smell? Nothing is there. When I went on, some emotions started coming to me, and I don't know what was happening. I kept noticing this burnt smell. When I came home, I switched on the TV, and they told that half of Australia was burning. There was the biggest forest fire in forever. It was...
Questo riuscire a sentirsi veramente
this ability to feel a part of the whole, of everything, being able to see that even the nature, trees, we are one in some way. So when I was saying about the sensoriality, being able to see and feel what nature is talking to us. It's listening to us, but it's also talking to us. So now when I feel like now I do treeing. When I feel a bit emotional, I'll go out. I don't know if there's such a verb. I do treeing. For me, it's become a fundamental part of my life because nature is a lot. Learning to slow down, look at the sunset, or waking up early, looking at the sunrise.
Stamattina vado a vedere l'alba, ti alzi e vai. Anche basta mettersi al
Or waking in the morning and saying, today I'm gonna watch myself a nice sunrise. These are things which even a couple of years ago were unthinkable for me. In fact, if somebody would speak to me about these things, I would say, hey, are you crazy?
Quindi questo qui è Quindi sì, è un percorso
So it's a journey of emotions for me, of being in touch with yourself.
Feci una promessa. Da oggi in poi
When I started
tutte le
doing
cose
self-improvement, I promised myself, from today
se ho
onwards,
paura di farlo,
I will do all the things which scare me.
vuol dire che quella è la cosa giusta.
So if I'm afraid of a certain thing, that's the thing, that's the right thing for me to do. This is the philosophy, the mood that I'm trying to maintain in my life. I'm a human being, I'm not perfect.
Molto costante.
I'm sometimes not constant or steady, but it's okay, I'm not a machine.
Se hai paura di fare in
So if you're scared of doing in
quasi
engineering,
sicuramente è proprio quello che ti serve.
quite likely that you need it. You don't have to think about it much more. If you're scared about it, that's it. Go for it. Fear is what tricks us.
Nel senso che essenzialmente tutto quello che noi
Everything we cannot obtain in life is because of fear. 99.9% of the time, our happiness right beyond that fear.
La felicità sta
Realization, expansion, living happy, feeling satisfied, feeling in touch with life, with emotions, with people around you, with our partner.
E quindi
So you just have to take
bisogna solo fare un
that
piccolo
baby
passo.
step.
Sono nella mia stanza, ho sempre il tappetino da yoga. Adesso non
For
posso
me,
girare
sadhana is a moment of
partire,
intimacy.
ma il mio tappetino è
It's
sempre aperto sul
a
pavimento.
moment of time with myself. I can't turn around the camera right now, but the yoga mat is always open. It's really amazing. The
È
sadhana
emozione,
is,
per me è emozione.
it's emotion. For me, it's
Piango,
emotion.
rido,
I laugh, I cry,
tutto della
I do so many things during my sadhana.
acquisire un'intimità con se stessi
To acquire certain
che
intimacy with
va
yourself
oltre qualsiasi
that goes beyond
immaginazione io avessi
beyond
avuto.
any kind of imagination I could have
Quindi
had.
è veramente è
It's
un
like
fare l'amore con se
making
stessi,
love to yourself.
sarebbe da dire così.
A
È un
moment
momento in cui ti
where
dedichi a
you
te
are
stesso,
dedicated to yourself,
al tuo
your
tempio,
inner
alle
temple,
tue emozioni, alle tue
situation,
sensazioni,
you're stable,
stai lì,
you're there.
e
Everything kind of goes
va tutto
on
in
autopilot.
automatico, no? La mattina o la sera, e io un po'
I started like this in the morning, I do the
così,
practice generally,
la mattina,
because then the rest of the day is a little bit downhill from there.
è tutto in discesa.
Sometimes in the
Riesco
evening,
anche la sera.
around
Sera-
6 p.m. When I was working in an office, I would do it before going to work and after coming back from home, from work.
E subito dopo tornato dall'azienda.
Like I go to the external world and then come back to
Vado nel
my
mondo
to my
esterno,
cave.
poi torno nel mondo interno.
I mean, I'm not trying to give anyone any advice. This is just my personal experience. But the sadhana taught me to listen to my body, listen to what I'm feeling. This is very important. Very, very important.
È importantissimo.
Namaskaram. Thank you for watching. To see more, please consider this suggested video or this suggested playlist. And if you're curious to learn the amazing classical Hatha Yoga practices structured by Sadhguru that we offer, please see a couple of suggestions right below this video. Last but not least, if you enjoyed this content, consider hitting that subscribe button right there.